Alright, here we are, back at it. Back in the game. I'm going to touch the microphone right out the gate. Okay, so today, my sweet Pulsar, I am back with it, and my Lyra and my Octatrack. I feel so much more comfortable back at home, but I had a great camping trip. I really appreciate you all sending out positive vibes. The trailer was not difficult to tow, and I feel good. While I was gone, I didn't have service, so some people were posting on the Discord, and also just some really cool stuff being posted on YouTube by some folks. So I want to give a shout out to Guire McGuire for sharing some really cool videos on the Discord server. Really just awesome tutorials about the Lyra, and there's a couple cool tutorials about the Lyra there that he shared. And also ZnZerna is another user on YouTube that Guire shared that is doing some really cool stuff, elaborating on one of Guire's videos. And I'm going to put a link down below for both of those pages. And yeah, I just wanted y'all to know about those two. Also, Dopamine's doing some really cool stuff. I'm going to put a link for Dopamine's page. I hope that's okay. I didn't ask if that's alright, but I hope they don't mind me sharing. They're doing some really cool stuff with the Pulsar. Sounds great. So just some good jamming out. Yeah, my coffee's got me going a mile a minute. Let's get into it. I've been doing this for since January, these walk and talks, and one of the first patches I did was using the attenuators with some clock dividers, and I wanted to kind of clarify that or clean that up a little bit. So I'm going to connect 4 and 16 through an attenuator here. What I'm going to be doing is running a couple clock dividers through a couple attenuators, and then I'm going to do 8 and 2. That's a cool thing too. ZnZerna gave me a shout out about the switches. I did a video about running clock dividers through switches and then using an LFO and an inverted LFO to kind of switch back and forth between the switches. And I just really appreciate the shout out. I really dig that you're I don't know, that's helping people and you're actually finding use out of these patches, because this is what really excited me when I first heard about the Pulsar. Is just the idea of, I have birds playing backwards, pitch down, so sorry that's annoying. I just need a little noise behind me, but it kind of sounds like the upside down. But yeah, okay, so anyway, appreciate you, ZnZerna. Really cool stuff, and I do dig that you use the square LFO instead of the triangle LFO with the switches. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, side note, if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, I apologize. And so what I have here, I have 16 and 4 going through one attenuator, and I have 8 and 2 going through another attenuator, both going into a pulse converter, and that is going to go out. That pulse converter is going out to the hi-hat, which I'm going to have the volumes down on so I don't hear that yet. And I'm going to send the attenuators also out through the gate inverter. And now I want to give another shout out to a user on the Discord. See, when I first started using this machine, I didn't quite understand the inverter. I didn't quite the gate inverter. So I think in some of my earlier videos I was sending the pulse through the gate inverter, and that was not doing anything other than just sending the same trigs to the hi-hat and the snare drum, so it wasn't switching it up. So if I run the attenuator out, this is sending the clock divider gate out, so it's a heavier signal. I think it's what this inverter needs in order to flip it around, and if that makes any sense, I am an idiot stumbling around in a sandbox of excitement. Here we go. So if I run this inverter out through this second pulse converter to the snare drum, now I will have what I wanted in my very first Pulsar video, and I think it's a lot cleaner and it gives you a lot of cool variations still. So let's see what this sounds like. I'll start with the hi-hat, and so now I'm rolling in the 16 and 4 on the hi-hat. And then I can roll in the 8 and 2. And then you can get variations in between the two also. And I just love how the little changes in that attenuation can give you some steady stuff, can get you all over the place, and then you add in the inverted signal of the the snare drum, sorry, and it also gets I really like how that works. And I'm sure you could also use the VCA and run the clock dividers through the VCA, and that one you may want to use a triangle for, because if you can get like some of these really faint ticks and then kind of get into like heavy duty and then kind of like slow it down again, if you know what I'm saying, like kind of adding and subtracting these things, it can be fun. But yeah, I just basically wanted to clean that up, because this is it. I want to give a shout out to their screen name is Bout350. Bout350 is the screen name of the person who helped me figure out how to use this gate thing correctly. It's a gate, not a pulse converter. It doesn't pulse invert, a gate inverts, and I have been running it wrong, and I just wanted to put it out there and let y'all know. So from this, I want to Bout350, I love you. I appreciate that, and I really appreciate your profile picture. It's Hank's dad from King of the Hill, Cotton. I appreciate it. So now I want to run, I'm going to go ahead and jump back into that whole LFO inversion thing that I was using with the clock divider thing that we were talking about. And I am going to use that to send the hi-hat and the snare drum to the delay. So I'm just going to do that real quick here. I have it connected just incorrectly right now. I just want you all to know I have this incorrectly connected. That was a test. Nope, just kidding. It is correctly connected. See, I've been camping too long. Alright, so the hi-hat is going into the right switch. Turn the volume down on the delay so as to not hurt people's ears. There we go. Alright, so now this LFO, which I'm going to now clock up with 0.25 at the clock. Actually, I'm going to mix it up. Let's get cattywampus with it. Well, I'm just going to clock it a little slower. I'm going to clock it with a 1, and then I'm going to mod it. I'm going to mod it with the 0.25. See how weird that gets me. See if that gets me any kind of weird rhythms. I just wanted to mess with the variations so that when they get sent to the delay, it's kind of a little more. Am I getting too many clicks from the LFO? This is my first time trying this one. Alright, hey, this is where my friend ZnZerna comes in with that square wave knowledge. Yeah, use the square wave LFO with the switches. I think the triangle is cool with the VCA, but yeah, with that switch you want to use the square wave. You need a quick on, you don't need all those clicks. This the audio going through switches can be tough sometimes because you get a lot of clicks. So yeah, this square is definitely working out a little bit better now. Let's mess with the rhythms now. Okay. Alright. And let me also, I'm going to run the kick a little tempo here to get a little beat in there. And I'm going to send it the 1. So I'm sending the 1 clock divider through the 0.1 capacitor just to get that kick. Little pop. I'm going to drop that cable real quick and pick it back up. Turn that tune down a little bit. There we go. A little more pleasing to the ear. I think I was hurting myself there. Sorry about that. I also tried, you can send CV through, if you're not using the delay for audio, you can send CV through the delay, out the delay, and you can use a clock divider through it and like use delay to a clock divider and send that to a trig, and that kind of adds extra beats in there, which is kind of fun too. Anyway, I just want to see how this worked out, just to keep going with the LFO, inverted LFO with the switches, sending something to the delay, so I'm sending, hi-hat, snare drum. It's kind of fun. It's kind of noisy and messy right now. Let me see, let me go to the bandpass filter one. A little movement on the tune. I'm going to clock up the Shayos with, see now though with the clocking, these dividers are now going to be hindered a little bit because they're going to be blended with, so 8 and 4 are going to be, or 16 and 4 are going to be blended together, and so that means that anything else that is clipped into that clock divider is also going to have that same tempo. So it is kind of slowing down whatever I clock with it. So I'm going to clock the Shayos with the faster pulse there. I hope this makes sense. Maybe it'd be more interesting if it was sent to the reverb. So that's all I really wanted to show. I could also, I wanted to throw out that there's a little way to kind of add some Portamento to your bass if you're running it with a Shayos. So I'm gonna run the Shayos to the bass again, like I do too often. And I'm just gonna show a little Portamento here. Let me tame that reverb down a little bit so it's a little better. Let me see if double something with the reverb. So I'm gonna send the gate, or the ground through a VCA. send that out to the CV in of the bass, and then I'm going to use the 3-bit Shias to the bass, to the CV of the VCA. Sorry, that's going to be in turn sending the ground to the CV, and then I'm going to just going to go ahead and I guess I'll just run noise to it like I have before, just to get that sound. So if you want to get like kind of a Portamento slide between things, I found that just connecting the CV alongside with something that's coming out, like an output. Right now I'm just going to use the delay just because, but if something's coming out of the delay, it's going to mess with it, but let's see what happens. Kind of slides between notes. I don't know. It was just a little something worth mentioning, I thought, because I don't know. It's probably because that Kate Bush song is really popular because of Stranger Things right now, and there was kind of like that kind of a feel going on with the synth in that song, where it kind of has like kind of a slide in. I don't know if it's even called Portamento. See, I'm a big dumb idiot. But anyway, the delay out. I plugged into that. If you plug it into the envelope or the out of the bass, maybe that'll do it. No. I mean, that's kind of fun, but that's not what you want. So, let me see, maybe the out of the... Okay. There you go, I got it a little bit from the hi-hat. So I think anything with an output, it kind of, I don't know why, I have no idea. See, that's the thing about me. I feel like I'm like just kind of stumbling around trying to reverse engineer like a alien artifact. Like, to anybody that knows electronics or like electrical engineering or how this works, you probably think I'm a goof, but this is my way of stumbling around, and I hope that me sharing my logic on this machine opens up ideas to your exploration. But yeah, I really appreciate you being here. This is something simple today, getting back into the field, man. It's really good to be back. It's good to see so many great people out there making some cool stuff, and I'm really excited. I just want to play some shows, y'all. Let's get outside and play some music loud. I'm itching. My girlfriend's so tired of listening to me talk about this stuff that now I'm performing a show for her on Friday, so maybe I'll record that and I'll show you. She's like, well, do something, so play me a show on Friday. So I'm gonna play a half-hour, 45-minute show on Friday for her. I need any kind of deadline I can get. Yeah, so I hope this is helpful for you. Let me know if you have any questions. Really appreciate it. Got links down below for McGuire, ZnZerna, I hope I'm saying that correctly, and Dopamine down below. And I also have a link to that Discord server, so you can check that out if you want to. Also, Discord people, if you have any ideas or anything you want to, I don't know quite how to set permissions, so if there's anything that you've been wanting to do or be able to post or change on Discord, let me know, and I'll see if I can get those permissions set. Yeah, thank you very much for being here. I'm just gonna play some stuff and get on out. Maybe I'll plug the Lyra in here. Alright, have a great week. Thank you.